Hey Pixies! So my nails are looking a little rough. I just soaked the last of my clear dip powder off. I was using clear dip powder as a base for my other dips that I was doing. I soaked that off and now they're just my bare nails, and these two tips, that's what I'm doing today. I'm putting tips on, and I just put those on about 2 days ago. So we're not going to remove those, I just left them be. So I am going to show you how I apply them. First, I did some nail prep. So I pushed back my cuticles, and then I kind of scraped off any product or invisible cuticle area, just kind of going around on the nail. And then I used an alcohol prep pad to clean them up. So I already pulled out my sizes, but these are the tips that I'm using. I'll link everything down below for you. And I got these on Amazon, and if you saw my Snow White manicure that I did, you'll see I did not intend to keep using them, but I actually really like them. So, and I will say, if you use peel base, at least for me, I'm doing 3 layers of peel base on these tips and then dipping on top of it, and I still struggle to get them off, get the dip powder off. So they're definitely secure. But these are the tips I'm using. They're pretty cheap, less than $10 from Beetles. I pulled out my sizes, but there's 12 different sizes in here. This would be the biggest size for a thumb, which is way too big for my thumb, and then it goes the whole way down to the smallest size, which is a tad too small, just a tad too small. That actually might not be bad for my pinky. No, that would actually be okay. Well, no, we'll use the other one. So I pulled out the sizes that I typically use. Now, when you're choosing your sizes, you do not want let me show you, let me see if I can find one. So this is a tad too big for my thumb. You can see it like overlaps a little bit right there. You don't want it to be too small. So if it's too small, it will not fully cover your nail. You would rather it be slightly too big, like this one is, that you can file a little bit to make perfect. You want it to match up sidewall to sidewall, which it only needs a tiny bit off right here. So I went ahead and I just marked down the numbers that I always use, and my thumb is a 2, my index finger is a 6, middle finger is a 4, ring finger is a 6, and pinky is a 10. So those are the ones that I always use. So I am going to go ahead, I already prepped the nails, like I said. This is the glue that I use, and you can get this at pretty much any pharmacy. I get mine at the Dollar General or Walmart. It's around $2, and it works amazing. So I'll link this on, they sell it on Amazon, but it's a little bit more expensive on Amazon than it is at the Dollar General or at Walmart. I'm not sure how much it costs at the pharmacies, but it's a tad more expensive on Amazon than at the stores, at least that I've seen. So I'm going to start with this hand. So I'm going to just real quick push that cuticle back again, because it's been a few minutes since I did that. And then I am going to take the tip and see what exactly I need to take off. And then I'm going to take my nail file, and I'm going to use the coarser side. And I'm just going to, these file really quick. Just be gentle and lightly go around whatever areas you need to. I usually go around the corner and then up that side just a little. And then I'll keep putting it back on. It's just a tad too wide still. And you'll have to, it's better to take off too little and keep taking it off just a little at a time than to file it down too far. And I'm barely putting any pressure on this, just enough that it would file it. Now these feel pretty flimsy, to be honest, but they're not. These are so good. That's why I've kept using them now the past few weeks after thinking I wasn't going to like them. Okay, so I just want to take a little bit off, a little higher up here where I hadn't gone yet. I take off just past the number, so I am just going to use these. These are not perfect for this, and they do sell better ones, but I'm just going to take off a little bit so I don't have quite as much filing to do. So then I won't have quite as much to do. So I just took a tiny bit off the top. It might be crooked, but we're going to straighten that out. So I am going to take my glue, and this is a brush. I wanted one with a brush, and I am going to put that glue on the entire nail, just a really thin coat. You want your nail to kind of be a little rough, so I did run the soft side of the nail file lightly over top. And make sure you get the sides completely. I missed a little spot right there. And then put it on starting at the cuticle. I am not perfect at this. I usually get air bubbles, and make sure it's straight, which it looks straight, and then hold it down. And I hold it down for about 30 seconds. Okay, so that's our first one. So I am going to repeat those steps on each of these fingers, and as long as I don't think of anything else to say, I'm going to go ahead and speed through that, pushing the cuticle back and then applying our glue and tip. So we'll size it up. And like I said, I'm going to kind of speed through it, and if I think of anything else, I'll come back on. So as you can see, I put it on and then kind of look at it from a couple of different angles and make sure it's straight, and then I press it down. You do have a few seconds after you put it down before it's fully adhered to move it, but yeah. So just make sure you're putting it on straight, or you'll have possibly a lot of buffing and filing to do to get it to the shape that you want. And you can see I'm not taking off a lot. I have pretty small nail beds, I feel. So I'm not taking off a lot. I just have to kind of take a little bit off the corner and side area. These had kind of mixed reviews on Amazon, but I do like the Beetles gel polish. So I decided to go with them because, like I said, I wasn't planning on continuing to use them, but I really like them. And the reviews, I'm not sure if the bad reviews were kind of user error or what. They did say they felt flimsy, but honestly, I've been wearing them for a couple of weeks now, and I have not had them break on me or crack or anything. So I even put them on top of the clear dip powder and they stayed on there too. So I haven't had any issues with them and really like them, but I don't have a lot to compare them to because I didn't use tips before. Right now, I'm just going to take off any of the length. Now for the length, I don't know if you can see. Let me try to show you. Can you see there's a number at the very end in the back? So I basically just file off that number. So that's why I cut it a little bit. And now I'm just going to file off that number. But I'm just shortening them and then reshaping them by tapering in the sides like that, just ever so slightly. So I'm going to do that on each now. I'm basically going around the whole nail and I'm just blending it in. There's not much. I did pretty good applying them, so I'm just blending everything together, and then I'm lightly going to buff the top. So I kind of support, I don't know if you saw me, I kind of support them because they're much longer than what I'm used to. So I am just going to basically buff off the shine. See how it's like shiny and then matte. So I am buffing off that shine. Okay, so this hand's good. That one's probably the best application. The pinky might be pretty good too. These two I had to adjust a little, so when you have to adjust them, the glue kind of dries inside and then it looks weird. Okay, so I rinsed them off, and now I'm going to take Double Dips gel base, and I am going to do a layer, a thin layer of that on each nail. I do my thumb separate, so I'm going to do my thumb entirely and then do my other 4 fingers, but I'm just doing a super thin coat, and I will cure it for 30 seconds. And now I'm going to apply Double Dip gel top coat, and this is going to be the base layer for our peel base. Peel base needs a very smooth surface. So this will be adding a little bit of strength to our tips and providing us with a smooth base for our peel base. And I just hold it upside down for a few seconds if it needs to self-level at all. That's why I do my thumb separate. Sometimes if you put your hand in just like that, it'll run to the side and cure there. So I just do that and then make sure there's none around the edges that needs cleaned up, and I cure it for 1 minute. So I will do that then on my other 4 nails. So now I'm going to apply the gel base to these 4 nails, and I was just on the Double Dip website yesterday and their gel base and top coat is sold out. It sells out very quick. They had it in stock for a little while, but it's sold out again. Now, my second recommendation for that, I have 2 other recommendations. I flooded this cuticle area, so we're going to remove that. So I have 2 other gel recommendations. You can get, and this isn't completely necessary, I'm doing this because I'm applying peel base. If you are not applying peel base, looking for a alcohol prep pad. So if you are not applying peel base and you're going right in, you can probably do it right on top. I'm not sure. I just know for peel base, I need to have a smooth surface, and this is the way I do it, but you may not have to go through these steps here. I'm not sure. But my other 2 recommendations, if Double Dip is sold out, would be Dollhouse Dips. I do have a discount code for Double Dip and Dollhouse. And Dollhouse, I used that in that Snow White manicure. So if you saw that, you know I really liked them. And then Model Ones on Amazon, which is actually the first one that I had used. And then I started really liking when I finally got a hold of the Double Dip one. And now the Dollhouse one, which I'm actually going to be using in one of my manicures here in a minute. Well, not a minute, but whenever I'm done prepping and everything, I'm going to use the Dollhouse gels in that manicure. They're really good too. And then like I said, Model Ones would be off of Amazon. So I really like the Double Dip, Model Ones, and Dollhouse. Cure that for 30 seconds. Okay, now we're going to do our gel top coat. I like to angle my finger slightly down like that because it does help so that it doesn't pull up at the cuticle area. So I do like to hold my finger down while I do my liquids, gel or dip liquids. I like to hold my finger just angled slightly down so gravity will pull it away from that cuticle area. It's so weird because I had such short nails for so long that this takes so much more product. Okay, so once I have this on, I'm going to cure it for 1 minute. And then this hand will be completely done and ready for peel base, dip powder, or gel, whatever you're doing after this. So it will be ready for that. Remove the cat hair from the gel before you cure it. And I'm just going to wipe up this middle finger. If you use an alcohol prep pad or a paper towel with alcohol on it, you can just kind of wipe that right off your skin. I'm going to hold upside down for a few seconds and then cure it for the minute. Okay, so this hand would be completely ready then to start your manicure. You would just put your peel base on if you use peel base, or go in with whatever products you're using, and it would be ready. Like I said, they're not pretty, they're not perfect, but this is only like my second time applying them. So, and I'm getting a little bit better. Like they all used to look like that, and now they're a little bit better. So I am getting better with it. It takes me a long time to file them down. Beetles does not sell this shape. I went to their actual website. I looked everywhere. I could not find it. If you can find it, let me know. Please send me a DM or comment below. See how I was holding that alcohol prep pad to clean up my cuticle area and it stained it white? Yeah, so I'm gonna speed through this because like I said, it takes me quite a while. So I'm not going straight up and down the side. I am angling it towards the center. And I'm taking, I know I have to take off a good bit, so I'm trying to get that off of this side. And here in a second, I'll switch over to the other, but I'm just angling it in and I'm going to try to center it right at the number there. I'm not sure if I said before, but if you hold your hand upside down before you cure, it will help the gel to self-level. So we are totally done and cured. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps get it out to other people. And if you'd like to see more content, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. I have new videos every Monday and Thursday. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or find me on Instagram or TikTok at Dipping Pixie. That's it for this one, guys, and I will see you in the next one.